they're going to, they want to sit on the floor and take calls. And of course, number one is they want somebody that can speak to Americans or British people,
yes,
or Australians.
Yes.
So that is a good opportunity for ex-teachers, because who else would be better to teach proper grammar in English but the ex-teachers?
When I was pirated or invited to join the telecoms industry, I was the vice president of Globe Telecom. I went around the world, and in the US, the call center agents are retired teachers who are 60 years and over, and teenagers, high school graduates who are in their teens, okay? You won't find the kind of Filipino college graduates from different disciplines manning a call center in the US. And that's why that is one of the value-added strengths that we offer the world. That's why we're right now, number 2 to India, right? But then, as you said, for not necessarily English teachers, if you speak good English the way MYRA and I sound, okay, there is a lot of demand, even from South Korea alone. For them, you get paid 600 an hour to tutor somebody in Korea using a manual, and you do it over the internet. So you can do this virtually at home on a dial-up basis, or you go to a facility somewhere in Metro Manila to do this for a few hours at a time, and you earn very good income, right, Myra?
For part-time, I think it's 4 hours, and then if it's a full shift, of course, it's 8 hours.
Now, to be in that mode where it's a virtual presence, Myra, what kind of qualities, tolerance, personality attributes must a person have?
Well, for the research that I've done with virtual call centers and virtual assistants, you have to really like what you're doing.
Okay, the passion will be there only if you enjoy. If the activity makes you smile.
Yes.
Okay,
Because
that's my personal credo right now. If it doesn't make me smile, I will not do it. That's why this is one of the things that make me smile. That's why you'll always see me here.
Yes, and of course, for any job, you have to like what you're doing. But the challenge with virtual centers is you're at home mostly, and there's distractions. If you're a mom, there might be kids running around. So some of the companies ask, do you have a private room?
Yes.
Do you have an open space?
That's and a good DSL connection, a broadband connection.
They also, they ask you if you have broadband or your
you
DSL
have the right computer and the phone.
The specs of the computer.
Yes,
and,
right.
Well, the phone is not really an issue because there's voice over the internet protocol already. So it's, but most of the time it's the speed of your computer or the internet.
MBPS, the internet.
It's the speed that would make your job better, because if the speed is slow, then if you're using voice over the internet,
there will be gaps. Okay, it sounds like ngongo or wowing or something.
You're actually going to be cut off.
Oh yes, it's not a seamless thing. Like call centers require fiber optic stable connections.
So if you're actually talking to a customer, that's a big no-no, because if there is a possibility that you're going to be cut off and you're engaged in a conversation, that would really be a downside or a disadvantage, because the next time you call your customer, they might be upset already because you were cut off.
What other personal traits do they have to be able to do well in a virtual environment?
Well, they have to be really focused, because like I said,
as much as possible, no distractions.
No distractions.
While you're on board.
Yes.
If you're at home, it's okay. When you're offline, you can do your thing.
And you know, just you have to have discipline, because also if you might be at home, but if if you say that I'm at work, you know, because I know somebody that does this at home, and they said, well, I can't talk to you right now or make chismis because I'm at work, and in reality they're just at home, but they take it seriously.
Well, on that, MYRA, I got a comment. No? Why is it that our OFWs, when they are already working in foreign countries, they are so ideal, so disciplined, that's why they're so much desired. But when they're working here, you hear all sorts of horror stories of how undisciplined, unprofessional. What makes that scenario happen?
I think it's a human trait to want to excel in an environment where you're like
it's not your hometown.
Yeah, it's not your hometown. You're fish out of water type of situation. So you have to prove yourself twice as much as the next person. So I think that's why Filipinos, or it's a myth that it's just Filipinos that do that, because there's also, like in the States, there's Japanese, there's Koreans. They are also like that. They follow the rules. They work twice as hard, because you have to shine over the sea of native or the Americans that live in the States.
But see, look at what has happened with Obama. The minorities, which are the Asians and the Hispanics,
are now the majority.
Yes, okay, the world has turned around. Let's look at Charisse Pempenko and the recent winner of Filipinas Got Talent, Jovit. He's a siomai vendor. He lives up in the hills, okay? He doesn't really look that like Papa Piolo or something like that, but he has a voice that will match and meet Arnel of Journey, okay?
Yeah.
So we really have so much potential as Filipinos, and whatever it is, if we just keep on trying to reach our best potential, we can not only meet but sometimes exceed expectations and match the best that's out there in the planet Earth, right?
And then there's a study also that among the Asian countries, Filipino women, their voice sounds is lower than the average Asian. So on the phone, we sound better.
Sexier.
Sexier, I guess, you know, because...
Although, when you see the telenovela, you know, that high pitch note, that's not the way it is.
That's not the way it is. Based on a study that Filipinas sound better on the phone with
really?
Because we have a certain tone or pitch.
Yes, it's good morning world.
Yes.
I'm Filipina. I'm proud to be one. Okay, something like that.
Yeah, and some Asians, if you listen to them, they're slightly higher in pitch. So we're already at an advantage over the phone.
And aside from that, we're very cariñosa and very malambing.
We have a lot of patience as well.
The patience and the cariño factor, or the affection factor, is natural amongst us. So it's really easy.
Yeah, it's easy.
Okay, so we'll have a few minutes to go, MYRA. I think we have not begun to really exhaust this topic, but can you share with our audience some parting statements as to the jobs that are in demand today? We're talking 2010, June. It's the second half of the year. We're beginning a new administration in our government leadership. We're beginning a new school year. So our families and our loved ones are ascending in age in terms of their needs for financial support. And so those of you who are at home and trying to figure out, what can I do to earn a decent living, whether it's extra revenue or basic subsistence revenue? MYRA, what is your advice to them?
Well, my advice is, according to the statistics, it's still call center, the #1, and information technology. Factory workers are the top 3, like I said. So before, there was a boom in the medical industry.
Yes.
But you can still pursue that if you want to, but the demand is, like I said, the BPO industry. My advice is to keep paying attention to school, value the things that you learn, especially in English grammar, because it's an international language. Whether you're catering to British customers or Australians, it's still English. So the basic or the base of your grammar skills is very important. Learning the different accents is easy. There are schools, there are trainers and techniques on how to do this. Also, value also loyalty, because there's a lot of young ones or fresh graduates that okay, I'm going to start a new job in this call center, and after 3 months I'll try the next one.
Yes, it's not good to keep on jumping. You know why? Take it from me. I stayed 21 years with FNCB, City Trust, Citibank, Citicorp affiliates. And I was able to get my vesting of retirement benefits on my 20th year. Yeah. There are advantages on moving on and moving on, but you gamble your service tenure for retirement benefits. Plus, if you keep on jumping and jumping.
Plus, the hiring companies are looking at your resume, and if they see that it's 3 months at a time, 6 months at a time, they're gonna
wonder you're not a loyalist.
They're gonna wonder if you're going to stay with them.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
So, stick it out with a company. Of course, I know that you're young, and some challenges you might not be able to handle, but if others can do it, they can stick it out for years, then I'm sure that you will also. And make sure that you like what you do, because if it's not what you want to do in life, then you're not going to be happy. So also research and join seminars for different skill sets.
There are so many online, and I've been given the signal that we have a minute to go, so thank you so much, Myra. We will have to have you again, because I'd like to keep this thing on a regular basis, updating our GNN and Global Destiny subscribers and viewers. What's the latest in terms of demand, in terms of job career opportunities? Let me end with this advice to all of you out there. Each Filipino is so talented. We are known in the world to be one, if not the best working groups. And to capitalize on that, we have internet, we have the cell phone, we have Blackberries, Blueberries, okay. Virtually there are no more boundaries. And all it takes is for each and every one of you, as Myra said, find out what gives you life, what gives you kilig or chi or universal energy, and what makes you smile. Because when you engage in anything that you do that makes you happy or what you love, then you are in for reaching whatever it is you aim for, whether in terms of financial reward, professional growth. I'm Deanne Hernandez. This is Pinoy Matters every Thursday. I'll see you again a week before our inaugural of our new leadership. Myra, thank you so much. I'd like you to thank our team here on the floor, Director Arnel, Cora Dacong, and of course, our President and CEO, Mr. Philip Chen, whose vision for GNN is to be an educational portal for the Filipinos and the world. I'm Deanne Hernandez. Keep smiling. God loves you.